Natividad. This was a great pass by Natividad, threading the needle to get that pass to Gilbert for an easy layup.
Barons now with the steal, and the fast break opportunity completed courtesy of an alley-oop. And Kalusin with the finish. Barons up by 3.
Topping Lagrama against Jonathan Lontok there. Whoa, what an escape move by Lagrama. And one opportunity for Topping Lagrama, and there was a foul called. Topping Lagrama escaping the defense, eluding his opponent.
Iba, pag may pangarap handang makipagsabayan sa bawat larong walang humpay kamay na
Tolentino drives. What a shot by Tolentino! Alves couldn't do anything on that because Tolentino was able to move it away.
pangarap at hangarin na maging mahusay sa daang matira matibay ang kailangan.
As Operio now attacking Santos. What a spin move by Operio! When Operio, the spin cycle, gets that layup over Rivadavia.
Sa tapang sa bawat laban ito ang digan ng bayan homegrown handang makipagsabay.
Dancing right now against Sampang. Woo, look at that crossover! Lagrama through the corner. Viñas for 3. Drains that 3! Play of the day right now for Lagrama. Lagrama just dancing with Sampang. Takes the contact, then crossover, whoop! Gets it to Viñas, and Viñas isn't the highlight if you don't make that shot. Gets it to go.
Sa'y tumingin, pagbutihin ang lahat ang bituin ay sungkitin. Mabigyan ng buhay, pangarap at hangarin na maging mahusay sa daang matira matibay.
Albios playing his first game in the NBL. Albios drop off pass. De Leon with a slam! Matt De Leon! Albios with a drop pass to Matt De Leon with that one-hand slam. Another look. Attracting the defense of Rivadavia.
Hindi susukuan, dapat pag-usayan.
Take the lead and win this game. Garcia drives. Garcia. Yes! Jay Garcia gives Pampanga Delta a 1-point lead. He challenged Alves for that basket. And Jay Garcia is the man of the moment.
Hindi susukuan, dapat pag-usayan. Tuloy-tuloy lang.
Capascio, fadeaway shot at the buzzer. It's good! It's good! Another look at this buzzer beater by Gabe Capascio. Fadeaway shot. It goes in. And Capascio sending the game into overtime. And the Aces very much alive in this matchup. What a shot by Gabe Capascio.
Lahat ng harang ay aking sasagasaan. Walang mahirap kung hindi paglalaanan. Lakas at tapang sa bawat laban. Ito ang digan ng bayan homegrown handang makipagsabay.
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move that was. That's good.
Lagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya.
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move that was. That's good.
Pusong handang makipagsabayan. Pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya.
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move that was. That's good.
Pusong handang makipagsabayan. pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may Ryan, pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw.
It's late, but still a great Sunday night for some men's homegrown basketball action here in the NBL President's Cup. It's a critical clash between the Laguna Pistons and the Taguig City Generals. The Taguig City Generals have won 8 of their 10 games. As we take a look at the team standings, A2 for Taguig, Quezon Barons A3, and the Laguna Pistons unfortunately are already out of the picture, but they still can play a spoiler's role in this game. As we take a look at their previous matchups, the Generals pulling off a 108-92 victory. They have shot well.
On guard number 43, Dan Natividad. Also at guard number 23, Richmond Gilbero. Forward number 22, Noel Santos. Also at forward number 17, Homer Makatangay. Coming in at center number 3, Jonats Lontok. Taguig Generals head coach is Bing Victoria. Referees for this ball game are Carlo Vergara, Cornel Tungol, and Ferdinand Santa Ana.
The ball game, Santos Disquitado, Revadavia, Galamitan, Fadriquela for the Pistons, and on the other end, Gilbero, Natividad, Lontok, Santos, and Makatangay for the Taguig City Generals, who are trying to just playoff positioning in the semifinals. We are near tip-off of the NBL Season 22 President's Cup is presented to you by Converge, our official internet provider. Carlos Acamos, a pleasure to take you through the action in today's first and only men's action in this triple header, including the women's games. This time it's against the Pistons and the Generals. A battle actually for playoff positioning for the Generals, as if Taguig wins, they are about to face the number 2 team, the Bulacan, on the other bracket in this crossover semifinals. But if they lose to the Pistons, the Quezon Barons will take the top spot in the semifinal round. So we'll see how this plays out. Early start, that's one Lontok. Early start for the Generals. A steal, another bucket, and the bonus. Makatangay. Back-to-back buckets for the Generals and a chance for a three-point play. He misses the bonus charity, however. Inside they go. Soder is good. Revadavia making his presence felt early on for the Laguna Pistons. Lontok, no good on that jumper. Fadriquela with a catch. Dan Natividad, one of the play. Technical foul, appearingly for second motion after that shot. As the other Santos on the other end taking the technical free throw, and he banks it in. Again, the Pistons already out of playoff contention, but they can still play the spoiler's role. Makatangay. They Move it around. Santos looking for a teammate. Gilbero inside to Lontok. Again inside. Natividad forcing it. No good. And shot clock violation for the General. Solid D by the Laguna Pistons in that possession. Rivadavia powering his way inside. No good. Ball goes to the other side. Natividad. Hounded by Santos. But he gets loose. A near steal by Disquitado. But the ball stays with the Pistons, or the Generals rather. Santos jumper rattles in and out and in. Noel Santos heating up early for the Generals. 10-3. Galamiton jumper and rattles in. Kim Galamiton, one of the key players expected to deliver for the Pistons, cutting the lead to 5. Natividad draws the foul. That's on Arlan Santos. Lontok, long jumper. Strong on that shot, but Makatangay the offensive board and the cleanup. Makatangay with the shot. Disquitado kicks it out. Fadriquela losing possession. Disquitado gets it back. Disquitado inside for 2. Jeff Disquitado finding some space that time. Natividad pulling up, but passing the last second and gets it stolen. Natividad with the deflection, and he gets the ball back. Natividad, no go. Lontok, still no go. Rivadavia collars the rebound. Arlon Santos make some fancy move that time. And bucket and the bonus. Arlan Santos against Makatangay. Reinforcements already coming in. As Fidel Castro in for Taguig. The former Letran standout now showing up for his hometown Taguig. Bonus shot is good. Lead is down to 2 points. Santos forcing the issue. Still no go. Another miss from Noel Santos. Disquitado against Castro. Jumper no good for the Pistons. Natividad, the steal by the Pistons. Fadriquela on the wing, short, but the offensive board. Arlan Santos cleaning it up, tying the ball game at 12. Less than 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Santos again forcing the issue on the other end, and he draws the foul. Looks like that's on Rosale. Short, but Arlan Santos was there for that offensive rebound and the cleanup. Santos, first free throw is good. Hunsai coming in for the Pistons, as well as Santos. That's Ari Santos for you right there, coming in off the bench. Disquitado. Disquitado, step back. No good, but the offensive board by the Pistons. Jumper is good from the corner. As Rosale gets on the board for the Pistons. The three by Castro doesn't fall. Pistons on the other end. Alex Hunsai. Step back jumper is good. Money. Alex Hunsai over Fidel Castro. Creating some space and making the defense pay. Castro hounded. Shot is no good. Mike Sampurna. Mamaluba Jr. getting called for that foul on Disquitado. Apparently moving on that screen. Santos, the three. Ari Santos, no good. And ball goes to the other side. Subrabas also in the ball game for the Generals. The shot is good. Zuharta Mamaluba powering his way inside to tie the ball game once again. Seesaw ball game so far as both teams sizing each other up. Short on the three by Amil. And Subrabas on the other end. Mamaluba inside again for two. Zuharta Mamaluba. Back-to-back hits to give the Generals the lead. Pistons moving the ball around. Hunsai kicking it out. Three is good. Ari Santos heating up early for the Pistons as they take a lead. Castro, quick trigger three. A bit strong, and the ball goes out of bounds. Amil. Amil. Outside. Three is no good. Pistons keep possession. Ari Santos. Amil. Long three. Short. Subrabas the rebound. Sampurna. Inside to Mamaluba, putting the moves on his defender. No go that time. Pistons on the counter. Hunsai. There was a whistle blown. Is that a shooting foul? Foul was downstairs. Half-court setup for the Pistons. Guanzon, the jumper. Early spark plug for the Laguna Pistons. Ferdan Guanzon. Sampurna looking for a teammate. Mamaluba showing his range. 6 points already for Zu Mamaluba off the bench. Guanzon, no good. Subrabas the rebound. Sampurna. Subrabas 3, no good. Rosale, the rebound. An errant pass that time by Hunsai ends up in a Guanzon on the charity stripe. Misses the first one. Kevin Oliveria, another native of Taguig and a former perpetual standout. 0.9 to go. And Hunsai doesn't get it to fall. And the buzzer sounds as the Generals and the Pistons going up at it. A close game between the Laguna Pistons and the Taguig City Generals. But the Generals slowly inching up courtesy of Noel Santos with his early buckets. Disquitado on the other end. But it was Mamaluba with 6 early points off the bench. We'll see if he can continue to provide some offensive punch in the second quarter. And we're back to the ball game. Ari Santos, one of the key players for the Pistons. He had 18 points on 6 of 14 shooting and 4 3-point conversions against the Generals in their regular season campaign. But against the Barons in the quarterfinals, he only had 2 points and missed 7 of his 8 field goals. So we'll see if he can continue or he can bounce back in this game as the Pistons try to play the spoilers role and try to finish their season on a solid note. Floater, no good. Balido, the offensive board. Pistons up by 2. Sampurna coming off the screen. Sampurna seeing a double team defense. Oliveria, no go on that mid-range J. Amil. Back out to Balido. Another shot is good. Back-to-back hits off the bench for Mark Balido, giving the Pistons a 4-point lead. Subrabas on the corner. Thought about it, taking it short on the three, and Balido with the rebound. Corner three or wing three is no go. He wanted the foul that time, but ref saw otherwise. Ordonio drops it to Oliveria. Doesn't get it to fall, but he draws the foul. Kevin Oliveria on the foul line for 2 shots. Way off the mark is the first attempt as Natividad and Lontok coming back in for the Generals. Oliveria, the former Perpetual Help standout, getting the second free throw to go. Amil against Natividad. Guanzon thought about it, gets stripped, and ball stays with the Pistons. Guanzon asking for a foul, but no whistle was blown. Guanzon again, using the screen, the jumper, no good. Oliveria, the rebound. Sampurna going all the way, but to no avail. Pistons get the rebound. Amil setting it up. Using the Balido screen. Another screen by Guanzon. Tough shot. Cardenio, no good. Generals the rebound. Lontok powering his way. Oliveria. Now to Sampurna. Wing three is good. Lista mo na. Mike Sampurna tying the ball game at 26. Amil using the screen. Balido. Cardenio. No good. Sampurna. Skies for the rebound. Castro for three. Wing three is good. Fidel Castro finally getting on the scoreboard as the Generals retake the lead 29-26. Take a look at this Mike Sampurna three. Back-to-back three-point bombs, this time from Fidel Castro as the Generals retake the lead. Back to the ball game. Fidel Castro in his showing against the Barons in the quarterfinals. 11 points, 3 of 11 from 3-point range, and 3 assists. So we'll see if he can continue the revolution, La Revolution, for the Generals in their bid to secure the top seed in the semifinals and a chance to face the Bulacan Republicans in the crossover Final Four. But Laguna Pistons again are trying to play the spoilers role as Cardenio gets that long bomb to go. Lontok floating it in, floating it up. Jonas Lontok. Generals up by 3. Disquitado creating some space. Jumper, no good. Lontok the rebound. Sampurna on the other end. All the way is Mike Sampurna. Nice find that time by Jonas Lontok to a blitzing Mike Sampurna for that fast break layup. Kapuso. Disquitado. Runner is no good. Cardeño couldn't keep it in play. Lontok, mid-range J, short. Cardeño the rebound. Revadavia thought about it. Arlan Santos takes it slow. 3 by Pistons, no good. Rebound by Cardeño. He takes the jumper and he gets it to go.
Big Sportswear, Converge, and Gruberg, the official footwear.
And back to the ball game. Dan Natividad, he was the man against the Pistons in the regular season encounter where he had 19 points on 7 of 16 shooting from the field on top of 6 assists. But against the Barons in the quarterfinals, he only had 7 points on 3 of 11 shooting, although he did have 9. He colored down 9 rebounds, so we'll see if he can regain his offensive touch in this game. So far, he has yet to show up for the Generals. Sampurna, though, continuing to find those spaces necessary for those inside incursions. Generals back up by 5. Santos on the other end, no go. Disquitado the offensive board. Revadavia using his power inside and he gets it to go. Revadavia using his strength to get some space inside. Natividad still no go. And the struggles continue for Dan Natividad. Santos no good. Generals on the counter. Lontok inside to Noel Santos. Nice cut and nice finish. Noel Santos, nice find that time from Jonas Lontok to a cutting Noel Santos, who finishes up. And the bonus free throw is coming up. Noel Santos, early spark for the Generals. Coach Bing Victoria giving out some instructions to his point guard Natividad, who has yet to recover his offensive form for the Generals. Disquitado, no good. Generals on the other end. Alzares drops it. Short J, no good. Fadriquela the rebound. Rivadavia thought about it. Ari Santos. The shot still no go for Fadriquela. Also struggling from wrong range is Kim Fadriquela. The steal, however, by Ari Santos. Step back 3. Still no go. Sampurna the rebound and he draws the foul. Fadriquela taking a seat. And Hunsai coming in his place. Sampurna kicks it out. Shot is no good. And Gilbero converting on that possession as the Generals up by 7. Hunsay, Revadavia asking for it. No go on that jumper. Disquitado the offensive board. Still to no avail. Gilbero on the other end. Inside is Noel Santos. And he gets the bucket and the bonus. Noel Santos continuing to provide the offensive spark for the Generals. Noel Santos. Easy deuce inside. And drawing the foul from Ari Santos. Azares getting pressure from Santos. Subrabas rather. Decides to take it himself. No good. That's Mamaluba without offensive board. And if I'm not mistaken, that's already his 8th point of the ball game. Talking about Mamaluba, Zuma Maluba. Always in the right place at the right time. 3-point play. Doesn't get converted. Hunsay. The 3. No good. Ball out of bounds. And it stays with the Pistons. Ari Santos, quick trigger 3. Short. Ends up in the hands of Azares. Noel Santos still going at it. And he still gets it to go. Noel Santos continuing his offensive spark for Taguig. As the Generals now up by 13 big points. Galamitan though getting on the board. Azares signaling a play. Using the screen and getting wide open for 3, and he makes them pay. Azares. But on the other end, that's Aris Santos also making the defense pay after sleeping on the defensive end. Santos against Galamiton. Kicks it out. Mamaluba. Strong on that jumper. Hunsay. A foul was called. That's a blocking foul. Subrabas unable to draw that offensive foul. Alex Hunsay on the charity stripe. And the first one is good. Officials trying to fix a technical issue. The shot clock appears to be malfunctioning. Exactly a minute to go in this first half. Alex Hunsay trying to cut the lead to 10 points. He misses the second one. Subrabas. Azares against Santos. Azares drops it to Mamaluba. And a foul was called. Mamaluba to the foul line. Zuma Maluba. Instant offense off the bench already with 9 points after that first free throw conversion. Two for two for Mamaluba already with 10 points. The leading scorer for the Generals so far is off the bench, as the Generals back up by 13. Amil against Sobrao. Hunsay, corner jumper is good. 22 seconds remaining in the first half. Gilbero. Santos deciding to take it himself, but he loses possession. Ball goes to the other side. Last shot time for Hunsay, but he steps out of bounds. So the Generals have a last chance to score in this first half. Less than 5 seconds left. Azares, jumper. There's a whistle blown, an offensive foul. That was before the buzzer. Noel Santos gets called. Moving again. Refs decide he was moving on the screen. And there you have it. A 51-40 lead for the Taguig City Generals. Then you take a look at some of the highlights, courtesy of Mike Sampurna, one of the veterans for the Generals. Already has 9 points on 4 of 6 shooting, on top of 4 rebounds and 2 assists. He has been one of the constants so far alongside Zuma Maluba for the Generals in their erecting an 11-point lead after the half.
Makipagsabayan kahit anong nakaharang.
Bakan, atake, nice move. Saldua hangs in the air, gets the layup to go. Matters, pero ito si Saldua kanina, sumabit pa sa ere. Gets that layup to go.
Kahit anong sabihin nila, wala akong pakialam sa lahat ng bagay. Alam nyo na ba, hindi nyo ako maikukumpara.
Finds a way to get it to Gilbero. What a pass by Dan Natividad. This was a great pass by Natividad, threading the needle to get that pass to Gilbero for an easy layup.
Barons now with the steal, and the fast break opportunity completed courtesy of an alley-oop. And Kalusin with the finish. Barons up by 3.
Topping Lagrama against Jonathan Lontoc there. Whoa, what an escape move by Lagrama. And one opportunity for Topping Lagrama, and there was a foul called. Topping Lagrama escaping the defense, eluding his opponent.
Iba, pag may pangarap handang makipagsabayan sa bawat larong walang humpay kamay.
And the Aces very much alive in this matchup. What a shot by Gabe Capasio.
Lahat ng harang ay aking sasagasaan. Walang mahirap kung hindi paglalaanan. Takas at tapang sa bawat laban. Ito ang digan ng bayan, homegrown.
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful ball.
Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a ball.
Got that good!
Pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya.
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move and run. Yeah, that's good. Bang, bang.
Pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move and run. Yeah, that's good. Bang, bang.
pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move and run. Yeah, that's good. Bang, bang.
pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move and run. Yeah, that's good. Bang, bang.
pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move and run. Yeah, that's good. Bang, bang.
pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move and run. Yeah, that's good. Bang, bang.
pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move and run. Yeah, that's good. Bang, bang.
pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move and run. Yeah, that's good. Bang, bang.
pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move and run. Yeah, that's good. Bang, bang.
pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that.
And we're back to the ball game. Taguig City protecting an 11-point lead against the Laguna Pistons. This is the first and lone game in the men's action. It's a critical clash, particularly for the Taguig City Generals as they try to secure the top seed heading into the crossover semifinals. They are currently on top in their quarterfinal bracket, and a win in this game will take them to top seed against Bulacan, number 2 Bulacan on the other end. As we take a look at the quarter highlights in the first half, Fidel Castro with that long bomb, and Mike Sampurna also showing up for the Generals. Again, the Generals protecting an 11-point lead. They shot from the field better, 46% compared to 36. But the story of the game is the points in the paint. They have dominated down low with 32 points in the paint compared to just 16 for the Laguna Pistons as they try or the Laguna Pistons are trying to still play the spoilers role in this game. Take a look at the leading scorers. Noel Santos and Zuma Maluba have been the sparks of the bench in terms of the generals. 15 and 10 already with double digits, while on the other end it's Arlan Santos showing up, but they still have no player in double digit scoring. Player missing there is Jeff Disquitado, so offensively for the Laguna Pistons in the second half that's now underway. Again, my name is Carlos Ocamos. It's my pleasure to take you through the action in this NBL quarterfinals action here at the Muntinlupa Sports Complex between the Taguig Generals and the Laguna Pistons. Playoff positioning in this critical clash. Natividad deflecting that pass and getting that steal. Doesn't get the fast break opportunity to go. Solid D by the Generals that time. Gilbero with a putback. As the Pistons star hurt on the other end after that botched fast break opportunity. But looks like Jeff Disquitado is good. As Disquitado looks okay now. Pistons now, Rosale. Capuzzo loses the leather, but Disquitado gets the ball back. Guanzon outside, the shot is good. Capuzzo buries that long bomb. Still, it's a double-digit lead for the Generals. As Lontok catching the defense, snapping again, and the lead is back to 12 points. Capuzzo, he checked that time, but Guanzon to the offensive board. He loses the leather and commits the foul on Gilbero. Makatangay, setting it up. Lontok inside to Natividad, who buries the shot. Finally, Dan Natividad getting on the board. Going scoreless in the first half, finally making his presence felt for the Generals, who are now back up by 14. Disquitado takes it himself and he drains the jumper. Jeff Disquitado also missing in the first half, finally getting it going in the early part of the second half. Natividad, back-to-back hits. Dan Natividad, can he be the man again for the Generals? As the Generals back up to their biggest lead of the game, 59-45. Santos lays it up, lays it in. Arlan Santos retaliating on the other end for the Pistons. Gilbero, Natividad on the counter. No good, but Lontok was there to clean it up. Santos, the reverse layup. Nice shot that time. Nice find by Jeff Disquitado. And the finish. And turnover. Looks like a double dribble. Dribbling violation called on Makatangay. Sampurna coming back in the ball game as Makatangay takes a seat. Disquitado, hounded by Natividad. Santos, floater, no good. Santos pushing ahead to Sampurna. And Luntok with the putback. Jonas Luntok, another cleanup job. Luntok on the other end again. Fast break opportunity. But the Generals don't convert. Santos. Inside, Disquitado. No good. Kicks it out. Campuso for three. Another conversion. Jmar Campuso, that's already second conversion from that area in this quarter. Generals still up by double digits. Santos directing traffic again for the Pistons. They go inside. Galamiton. 5.6 seconds to shoot. Half-court setup for the Pistons. Ends up in a turnover. Now it's Natividad on the other end. Sampurna finds Castro on the corner. But Castro, however, stepping out of bounds to waste that possession for the Generals. Amil back in the game. And we're back to the ball game. Talking about Jonas Luntok. Can he repeat his showing against the Pistons in the regular season where he had 20 points, making half of his 14 attempts on top of 8 rebounds. But so far he has done a solid job and on the way to another solid debut or solid showing in this quarter-final game. But Kim Galamiton scoring on the other end. Sampurna gets hacked on that play. Castro off the screen. No good. Hunsay on the break. Hunsay. What a tough shot. Alex Hunsay changing direction but still getting it to go. As Pistons now down by 7. Mamaluba jumper, no good. Sampurna tried to keep it alive, but ball goes out of bounds. Again, Jonas Luntok, 12 points, 4 boards, and 2 assists. Poised for another, or on pace for another double-double performance for the Generals. But now he's taking a breather. Subrabas gets called for a foul as Raymart Amil gets his first free throw to go. Two for two from the foul line is Raymart Amil. Lead back down to 5 points. Sampurna failing to control that leather, and a turnover for the Generals. Amil inside. Rivadavia, power move again, to no avail this time. Subrabas all the way, no good. Hunsay the rebound. Pistons on the counter. Rivadavia inside. He draws the foul. Mamaluba gets called for the foul as Rivadavia rewarded with 2 free throws, although he misses the first attempt. And Coach Aris Velasco trying to play the spoiler's role for the Laguna Pistons. Solid defense shown that time by the Pistons, leading to a violation for the Generals as the lead is down to 4 and a chance to trim it even further in this possession. Galamiton, lefty shot is no good. They keep it. Kapuso for 3, no good. Was that an offensive foul? A loose ball foul. Alex Hunsay gets called for that offensive foul as the Generals try to talk it over. And we're back to this quarter-final matchup between the Laguna Pistons and the top-seeded Taguig City Generals. Taguig still protecting a lead, but the Pistons are in the middle of their comeback push. Sampurna inside, kicks it out. Castro. Another stepping out of bounds violation by Fidel Castro. That same area has been a bane for Fidel Castro. Another turnover for the Generals. Amil 3, no good. And ball stays with the Pistons. Amil looking for teammate. Gets it to Rivadavia for 2. 2 big bodies that time going at it. But Castro making up for his violation on the other end with that fast break layup. Generals back up by 4. Amil using 2 screens for a wide open 3 and he buries it. Raymart Amil, and the lead is down to 1 single point. 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and Sampurna gets hacked that time by Rivadavia. officials bound to review this play, as Sampurna appeared, if he got hit above the head, sinampay ni Rivadavia. Sampurna officials reviewing this play. Sampurna looks okay, as Amil instructing his teammates and coach Bing Victoria. And Laguna Pistons counterpart Aris Velasco also giving instructions to their wards. Referees appear to have decided just a regular foul for Rivadavia. Sideline inbound. Mamaluba gets the pass. Subrabas open for three and he buries it. Harvey Subrabas drains the long bomb. Generals back up by 4. Amil. Kapuso for 3. Can't retaliate. Generals a chance to extend this lead again. And the Pistons stopping that fast break play. Amil, duty foul. And he heads to the bench. And in comes Disquitado. Castro. Purna and the rest of the Generals trying to secure the top seed heading into the crossover semifinals. And they are in the middle of a 7-0 run to get again a commanding 8-point lead with less than a minute left in the third quarter. Amil decides to retaliate and he does. Raymart Amil cutting the lead to 5 points. Sampurna on the other end. Sampurna reverse, no good. Rivadavia the board. Amil takes it back out using the Galamiton screen. Galamiton. Amil back to Galamiton. Mid-range J is good. Kim Galamiton as the Pistons cut it to 3 points. Last shot for the Generals. Sampurna almost scoring, but doesn't get it to fall as the Generals preserving a 3-point lead, 77-74. Take a look at some of the highlights in this play. Dan Natividad finally making his presence felt after going scoreless in the first 2 quarters. It has been the playmakers making plays for both teams. So we'll see if they can keep this up in the fourth and final quarter. And we're back to the ball game. Noel Santos providing that early spark for the Taguig City Generals. And Alex Unsay on the other end. As the Pistons try to play the spoilers role. And if the Pistons win, they will have to drop the Generals down to second spot. As you take a look at the quarter scoring, the Pistons actually had the lead in the third quarter, 34-26. But the Generals scored with their late baskets to regain the lead, as Amil now tying the ball game to continue their comeback, erasing that lead. It's an 8-0 run for the Laguna Pistons, as the Generals searching for ways to retaliate. Raymart Amil continuing the shootout between point guards or playmakers for both teams. Hunsay, Galamiton inside, no good. Subrabas on the break. No look feed, Fidel Castro, no good, but at least he didn't step out of bounds that time. Amil forcing it, gets deflected. Noel Santos 3-on-1 fast break. Sampurna draws the foul. Mike Sampurna gets a chance to regain the lead for the Generals. Kim Galamiton called for his third personal foul. Purna a chance to making his presence felt this time. Castro for three, another corner three, and he gets it. This time, Fidel Castro, after two stepping out of bounds violations, finally getting a clean look on that right corner for that three-point bomb, as the Generals take the lead back. Santos putting the moves on Castro, and he banks it in. Arlan Santos. The Pistons with the lead. Sampurna behind the back, fancy pass. Santos passes it to Lontok. Mid-range J, no good. And Cardeño secures it. Amil pushing the pace. Galamitan to Disquitado. Ball stripped. And ball ends up in a turnover. Ball goes to the other side. As the Generals down by one, try to talk it over. And we're back to the ball game. Raymart Amil, one of the spark plugs in this comeback for the Pistons, already has a double-double of 11 points on 3 of 7 shooting from three-point range, on top of 10 assists. He has been the steady playmaker the Pistons have been looking for, as Jeff Disquitado has yet to fully live up to his expectations. Can Amil continue the push for the Pistons? Lontok though. On the other end, Noel Santos finding the space for that deuce, as the Generals get the lead back. Lontok powering his way inside and drops it inside to Noel Santos for the tough two. Bonus shot is good. Noel Santos. Generals back up by 2. Generals and their crowd chanting defense. to try to liven up their team on the defensive end. Out of bounds. Raymart Amil acknowledges as Revadavia coming back in for the Pistons. Natividad to Lontok and the ball gets loose. Pistons on the break. Disquitado, reverse, no good. Revadavia cleaning it up. Revadavia tying the ball game at 83. Lontok spin move. Nice move that time. Jonas Lontok. Bucket and the bonus. Jonas Lontok. Disquitado missing that reverse layup, but Revadavia was there. One of the janitors for the Pistons to clean up the mess. As Lontok completes the three-point play and they are now back up by 3. Revadavia, long J, no good. Disquitado, offensive board. Revadavia against Lontok. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Lontok. Forward pass to Sampurna. Sampurna. Amil commits the foul. Four team fouls already for the Laguna Pistons, so they have to keep their fouls in check. With still over 7 minutes left in this game. As Lontok taking turns that time. Noel Santos was the passer that time and Lontok as the finisher that time. As the Generals back up by 5. Amil. Disquitado. Long shot. Way off the mark. And the ball goes out of bounds to the Generals. Natividad. Sampurna. Down to Lontok. Lontok against Revadavia. Thora Barrett. Kicks it out to Castro for 3. Rattles in and Fidel Castro buries a crucial 3-point basket as the Generals now up 91 to 83. Again, they're slowly pulling away. Fidel Castro delivering when the Generals need it. Crucial 3-point bombs for Fidel Castro. We're back to this quarterfinal matchup between the Laguna Pistons and the Taguig Generals, who have retaken a 7-point lead with less than 7 minutes to go in this game. Turnover and a counter turnover as Revadavia pounces on that fast break. Pistons down by 5. Natividad sidestepping his way inside. No good. Revadavia secures the rebound. Amil. Losing his dribble. Get someone to pass to. It's Santos this time. Santos step back three. No good. Sampurna the rebound. Sampurna drops it inside to Noel Santos, who draws the foul. Kim Galamiton picking up his 4th personal foul. As Noel Santos troops to the foul line for 2. First shot is good. Noel Santos. And another foul for the Pistons will send them to the penalty. Short on that second free throw. 6-point lead for the Generals. Rosale looking for someone to pass to. Santos. Rosale way off the mark. Generals still up by 6 points, approaching the 5-minute mark of this 4th and final quarter. Santos with a long pass. And Castro with a finish. The Generals salvaging what appeared to be a botched fast break play, but still Castro was there to finish. Rosale on the other end, strong on that shot. Subrabas. Natividad thought about it. Castro corner 3 again. Short. As Disquitado gets the rebound. Disquitado. Now it's Capuzzo. Same area but different result this time. Natividad on the other end. No good. Hunsai, jumper is good. Pistons still alive. Lead is down to 5. It's approaching the 3-minute mark of the 4th and final quarter. Taguig is forced to call timeout to prevent this comeback bid by the Pistons. And we're back to the ball game. Jonas Lontok, one of the key players for the Generals in this game, flirting with a double-double performance. Sampurna spinning his way inside, but an offensive foul appears to be called. Lontok getting called from that away from the play. Just a 5-point game. Less than 3 minutes left in this game. Amil. Hunsai. Spinning inside, losing the leather. ends up in the hands of Sampurna. Sampurna. Lontok. Subrabas for three. No good. But they keep possession. Golden possession for the Generals. They can milk some clock. Subrabas. Lead is up to 8 points. Two for two from the foul line. As the Generals getting much more comfortable in this late stages of the ball game. Arlan Santos, the steal, but there was a foul called. Hunsai gets the pass. Last ditch effort this time for the Pistons. Amil thought about it. Now he takes it. But he misses the three-pointer. Subrabas milking some clock dry. They find inside. That was Lontok or Gilbero rather. Nice cut that time, and he draws the foul. First free throw is up and in for Richmond Gilbero. As the Generals looking good with a double-digit margin. Make it an 11-point lead for the Generals as the Laguna Pistons have one of their last chances. And we're back to the ball game. The Taguig Generals poised to secure this victory as they have an 11-point lead against the Laguna Pistons. The Generals trying to secure the top spot heading into the crossover semifinals. Coach Bing Victoria are on their way to securing the top seed. Coach Bing Victoria are on their way to securing the top seed. Coming into this game, they had an 8-2 win-loss record, and a victory in this game will secure their place on the top spot, and they will face the number 2 seed, the Bulacan Republicans, in the next round. The Quezon Barons, meanwhile, with an 8-3 win-loss record, also now in second place, and they will face the top seed in the other bracket as the semi-finals of the NBL is coming near. Another timeout called by the Pistons. And we're back to the ball game. A nice crowd treated to a good game between the Laguna Pistons and the Taguig Generals, who are on top by 11 points, looking most on their way to a victory in this game. As the officials Just fixing the clock. Official time is 45.4 seconds left in the game. Amil, last ditch three is no good. Amil continues to stop the clock with that foul on Oliveria. Amil has been one of the bright spots for the Pistons. A double-double performance. But Amil has found little support from his teammates to get this victory for Laguna. Kevin Oliveria on the foul line. 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. We're just putting the finishing touches in this game. Generals on their way to a victory against the Laguna Pistons. Hunsai trying to end their season on a high note. Lontok wide open inside and adding insult to injury as the lead is back to 12 points. Hunsai's shot is in and out, and that should do it. The Taguig Generals coasting to a 104-92 victory against the Laguna Pistons to secure the top seed heading into the crossover semifinals. They will face the number 2 seed Bulacan Republicans in the next round. A solid performance all throughout for the number 1 seeded Generals. Again, it's a 104-92 victory. We'll be back for the best player of the game.
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move. Yeah, that's good.
Pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go.
Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, what a move. Yeah, that's good.
We're back to we wrap it up this game. Taguig City Generals pulling away 104-92 against the Laguna Pistons to secure the top seed heading into the crossover finals. And one of the main reasons why is this man right here, Noel Santos, providing an early spark for the Generals. Take a look at his highlights. But we have the best player with us tonight, the Surge Fitness and Lifestyle best player of the game, Noel Santos. Noel, congrats pare.
Thank you po.
Medyo hindi ka masyado parang unheralded ka the past few games. Ano nangyari? Anong mindset mo heading into this game na ikaw naman yung nag-step up?
Kinausap kasi ako ni Coach Bing, yung mga coaches namin. Nag-prepare kami ng sobra-sobra. Yung pahinga namin medyo limited lang din. Kailangan ko mag-step up kasi wala si Mayo yung kapalitan ko. Kailangan ko talagang punan yung mga naibibigay niya. Yun lang. Yun, yung double hard work namin. After ng nag-training kami, lahat pare-parehas. Yun lang po.
Meron kang 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists. Ngayon, nasa semis na kayo. Ano na ang mindset nyo na naka-advance na kayo sa next round?
Ngayon po, ang game plan po namin is wag mag-relax. And then, kung nagtrabaho kami noon, mas kailangan namin magtrabaho pa ng sobrang ngayon. Kasi hindi pa dito natatapos yung laro. Nagsisimula pa lang
yung liga namin talaga. Yun lang po.
Dahil ikaw best player, may gusto kang batiin?
Yun lang po. Binabati ko nga pala yung asawa ko, yung anak ko si Riley, si Kobe, si Selena. Binabati ko yung mama ko sa Mindoro, yung kuya ko si Kuya Pancho, yung papa ko sa Sampaloc, mga kapatid kong babae sa Sampaloc, Manila, si Pia, si Pinky, si Princess. At yung unang-una, sobrang thankful ako kay God. Ayan, kay Mayor Lino Cayetano na walang sawang sinusuportahan kami sa araw-araw mula pagkain, transportation, and din sa araw-araw na pangangailangan namin. Hindi siya nagkulang simula pandemic. At lalong-lalo kay Coach Bing. Sobrang thankful po ako. Ako si Noel Santos, certified homegrown ng Taguig City Generals.
Again, there you have it. Our best player of the game, Noel Santos. Congrats, Noel, for showing the way for the Taguig Generals. 104-92 victory against the Laguna Pistons. The Generals securing the top seed heading into the crossover finals, and they are set to face off against the number 2 seed, Bulacan Republicans. We'll take a look at the post-game highlights in this game between the Pistons and the Generals. It has been a seesaw battle so far. Santos showing up when it matters most, stepping up in the absence of LJ Mayo, showing he deserves that starting gig. And take a look at the highlights of this game. Laguna Pistons actually on top early on with a 2-point lead in the first quarter. Then the Generals started to turn it around in the quarter number 2. Sampurna, a spark off that bench, one of the veterans for the Generals, leading the turnaround as they have finally taken a 9 or 11-point lead heading into the second half. And in the third quarter, the Pistons tried to come back, and they did so, as they managed to cut the lead to just 3 points heading into the final frame, 77-74. But that's when the Generals started to pull away in the final quarter with Jonas Lontok, Fidel Castro, and of course the rest of the Taguig Generals leading the way to this victory, 104-92 victory. Again, they have secured the top spot in the next round, the crossover semifinals. So stay tuned for some more basketball action. On behalf of our hardworking production crew, my name is Carlos Sacamos. It's been our pleasure to conduct another edition of the National Basketball League Pilipinas, ang tahanan ng tunay na homegrown.
Breakneck speed gets a shot to go. Look at that beautiful move. Wow, relentless. Oh, what a dunk! Oh, what a move. That's good! Bang, bang!
Pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan kaya